Robert Heffernan with EndoTech, AI for FinTech. This is BlockChain Vitals, our weekly segment, and apologize for the delay, but I was out of town, and I got back today, and the mountain beckoned. That's why we do the things we do, so you can actually go enjoy a Bluebird day. Where is Bluebird anyway? Well, today it was on Mount Bachelor in Bend, Oregon. Anyway, let's get to the weeklies. And we're going to go right to price discovery because we are sitting right at a very critical level here. Actually, paying, you know what? Let me roll the vitals because that's what we do. Taking the vitals is my chance to talk about, for my money, the only important thing, which is price discovery. For years and years on the trading floor, the only important discussions, although there were a lot of discussions that went on in trading pits, the only important one really at the end of the day was what's your bid or what's your offer, what's here, because price discovery was it. That's the only important thing. And right now, Bitcoin trading 95.98, and we've pinged, if you look at that daily number, 95.63, 95.63. Up momentum on the weekly, and we've pinged it here the first day of trading. And also 96.43 if you're playing on the daily fractal. Now that's the lower momentum level on the daily. So very important price discovery area here. And let me just reiterate the fact that it is the 24th of February, the 25th now in Asia. And a week left in the month, and that 10,234 level that we penetrated, which was the monthly up momentum level, now looking a little bit precarious as we really need a charge here the last week of the month to paint the picture much better than it is painted right now. Anyway, that's why you do the work that you do. That's why I do the work that I do. Because then if I don't, if I play the numbers, believe me, in 3 decades of trading, when I play the numbers instead of the whispers, I end up skiing a lot more days during the year. And I was so happy that I got out of my Bitcoin up above that 10,000 level. I have re-entered down here, but I'm going to pay particularly close attention to this 95.63 level. And, we closed the day in low momentum on the daily. I got no problem pitching and waiting for a better level to enter. The weekly average comes in all the way down to 84.95. For you value range players, I have a nice level at the $8,800 level from a value basis. So there's other places to play. And here's the difference, I think, between trading and wishing, and why holding is so dangerous from the way I look at things from a trading perspective, especially if you are involved and have the ability to be involved in the markets. I honestly don't have that big of a problem with holding and just putting something away if your time horizon is a decade and you don't have a lot of leverage and a substantial amount of your portfolio at risk. All these things play into the metric, whether you're trading and investing, how leveraged you are, because then holding is a different animal. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking at Bitcoin right now. Again, 95.92 at Bitfinex, and again 95.63. 95.63. Is that weekly up momentum level, room out to 11,700 on strength. And man, would I like to see, approach 11,000 by the end of the week and close this thing in up momentum on the monthly, 10,234 for your viewing pleasure. Ether right now trading 263.01. Ether in a little bit better shape here, 230.73 up mo on the weekly for Ether. 230.73. Also, that is the momentum level on the monthly, 231.72. Weekly's room out to 331.03. XRP, I got to tell you, I don't know what you think of XRP from a fundamental standpoint, but man, does it trade like dog shit. 26 86 last in XRP. Up momentum on the weekly, 27.20. Not able to hold that. It just, if I was in love with the fundamental story, I'd be very disappointed in the technical trade this thing has had. And since I don't really give two hoots about the fundamental story, the technical story is not great. And I've said this for weeks and months, if you've been watching, that I just think there's much better stories if you're trading these things than XRP. Let's move on the road. Litecoin right now trading 74.68. Upmo on the weekly 70.89 in Litecoin. And again, a lot of wood to chop. 94.95 is that monthly Upmo level for Litecoin. I'm going to actually get it this week where we actually moved to the next four and I actually moved the dailies over. But I concentrating on the weeklies here. EOS next. EOS is trading 408 last. EOS 408 last. Again, similar to XRP, not able to hold its momentum level. 426 is Upmo on the weekly. Room out to 585. And not acting particularly healthy, not able to hold that momentum level. I do like a couple of these lower levels on the weekly in EOS if you believe in that fundamental story and are looking for places to reach out and touch somebody with some EOS purchases. 346 is the weekly average and 266 weekly lower momentum. Once you've gained momentum one way or the other, I find the opposite momentum levels being some of the best places to enter markets on weakness or strength, and so that's that level in EOS. BNB trading 21.75, 21.46 Upmo on the weekly, so still in Upmo on the weekly for BNB. Room out to 28.95. XTZ, by far the star of the show recently, right? 271. Upmo on the weekly. It's trading 305 right now, so plenty of strength still in XTZ. Room out to 422 on the weekly. Now, they've blown through this monthly fractal in XTZ, but the fact that we've spent a lot of time up here, I really want to see it. I'm actually not, and I have just a very tiny bit of XTZ. I'm looking to reload on it down at that momentum level, 271. Trying to be patient and waiting for that level to show itself. ADA, last but not least, 0579 last, 0568 Upmo on the weekly, room to 0789. And again, another one, the last 2 weeks they've put in 2 doji candles in a row, and so not particularly healthy, but for me, as long as they can hold this momentum level, I don't mind being involved. If it can't hold the momentum level, then 0471 weekly average and 0346 a full, almost halving of it. But that's what these charts are showing me on a potentiality basis. 0346 is lower mo on the weekly in ADA. All right, listen, you guys have a great trading week. A lot going on in the world and a lot of flight to quality. Bitcoin not benefiting from that this time up. But as this shakes out for the next week or so, I'm not sure that doesn't materialize. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Thank you so much for watching. Please share the video if you enjoyed it and share it on all your social channels. We'd really appreciate that. All right, and thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week for another segment of BlockChain Vitals.